made it. Woo!
She loves the cold weather.
Yeah, man. How's it going? It's going good, dude.
That's a lot of oil.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a concern. That's what that is.
Now you're here. How's it going?
Looks like we're getting to work already.
Yeah, so this is the car I drove across country when I was 17. I saw just a shell of this thing, and I was like kind of looking for a car because I was 16. Yeah. But I saw this thing, I was like, I'm gonna get that car. That thing is sick. And I mean, the thing didn't even have seats in it when I went to go look at it. So it's been pieced together over time, but.
Dude, you got a little cobweb forming up over here, man.
Yeah, so you let the spiders live there, then that keeps the bugs. Yeah. But yeah, man, honestly, this thing is just like basically how I sold it, and the guy pretty much just let the thing sit. And
Wait,
then,
so you bought it, you sold it, and then you bought it back?
From the same guy I sold it to.
Okay.
Give it to me straight, Doc. What's it gonna take? Keep her alive.
Well, I mean, she's already alive, you know, but it definitely needs a little bit of work.
She's hurting a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe.
But it's classic, you know, they're gonna be like that. First sight, I can see it needs some paint. I mean, we gotta go through the motor, see how that thing's doing, you know, because you don't wanna go through, rebuild the whole thing and all of a sudden have the motor take a crap on you. So it's like anything else, man, you just start peeling back the layers and you just start finding problems. So interior, you know, it's in decent shape, like as in like the framework is all there. So just like some fresh covers on the seats, a fresh cover on the dash, you know, and that thing will look great. You got all the little bits, which is great. That's all the hard to find stuff. Maybe do some like, you know, upgrades like some brakes and stuff, but
Definitely.
like,
Definitely want to make it faster though.
yeah.
You want to make it fast?
I don't think it can't come out of the shop and be slow. You know?
Okay.
Things got to be fast. Well, I can't believe, one, we even have this car back. We're actually going to give her some TLC that she truly deserves.
1030 will probably do her. I don't think she wants the 2050. Whoop. Stop it up, let's rip! Whoa, filter's loose. Racing today. We're gonna fix her right up, dude, don't you worry. All right, Austin, I think you're good, but here's one more for the road.
My favorite thing about this car, though, is the trunk space, dude. We got skimboards in here. Yeah. Kind of a cool skimboard, huh?
Holy freaking crap, dude! Look at that!
How's this skimboard?
Oh, dude.
Carbon fiber, dude, that's no joke.
Now we have to get good.
God, we're gonna be showing up to the beach with a pro board. All logoed up, be like, what's up? You ready to watch me blow my face off?
So what do you guys say we get you some wetsuits and head to the beach and put these things in the water for the first time?
Can't say no to that, man.
All right, kids, buckle up.
Freaking A. Wow. Dude, these are bad as
All right, guys, so we want to keep you warm in the water. Right here, we got like a spring suit. So this is gonna be more for once it warms up a little bit. Water's still cold, but it's warm outside, so you don't need the full coverage.
I'm a bit of a baby, man. I might need full coverage.
That's why we're gonna step it up over to a 3-2 wetsuit, Hurley wetsuit.
Dude, have you ever had a wetsuit?
I've never. I mean, I've tried one on, but I've never.
I've never even put one on before.
These are the best wetsuits in the world. So here you go, Ryan.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, Chris.
All right, we're
There
just
you go.
taking these.
When you're falling down, this will keep you pretty protected.
Going with the full suit.
That is a benefit. So I think you guys will be all right. This is the man himself, the founder of Hurley.
Hey, how are you? Chris.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ryan. We got a new space opened up right around the corner, and he stopped by and said we're coming by, so I'm pumped. Yeah. And
Pleasure to see you again, man.
Good to see you, Austin. Keep up the good work, huh?
Anything I can do for you guys, let me know. Shout out to Hurley for hooking us up with some sweet new wetsuits. We got Ryan and Chris. We're gonna get out there, keep them toasty and warm. We got them introduced to Bob himself. It couldn't be a better start to the day. So this is gonna be awesome.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Ew, look at that. Ocean view, buddy.
You ever used Sex Wax before? Nope.
Not yet.
Super sexy
Yeah,
wax.
seems like a good day. the hardest part is just the coordination. As simple as it sounds, is just overthink it. Like, it's just timing of dropping it and stepping right onto it. So you have to drop it when your lead foot is leading. At least that's what he says. So, trying to like get that timing in.
Dude, they're killing it. These guys are athletes.
Dude, the water's freezing. You can kind of feel it in my feet, but it just keeps your core up so much it doesn't even bother you.
Chris, Ryan, second day skimboarding.
Yeah.
You got the best skimboards in the world. You got the best wetsuits in the world.
You got the best teacher in the world.
I mean, some may say. And you're skimboarding in one of the best places in the world. So you guys killed it.
Thanks, bro. All right. Thanks, bro. Hell yeah. Thank you.
Tide's gone out, so waves are breaking pretty far out. So let's go get some tacos.
Let's do it.
All right.
Starving.
We're gonna get a fat banana at the banana shop, okay?
The OG banana frozen.
Oh, we gotta go large for sure.
Yeah. I act like I know what I'm doing. This is my first one ever.
I do what I can to keep this old bird looking good, and it starts with the tires. Black Magic Tire Protectant with UV Guard is like sunscreen for your tires. It helps prevent brown haze from forming on your tires by blocking the sun's harmful rays. And its non-greasy formula provides a new tire matte finish, keeping your tires looking sweet. Black Magic Tire Protectant with UV Guard. Get it at your local retailer.
AUSTIN2002 Instagram at AUSTIN2002. We got Danny over here, best in the business, and it looks good down there. How's she look?
She needs some refreshing, but
You know,
she'll be all right.
It's not every day I let other men get up under there like that, if you know what I'm saying.
All right, I'm gonna go get some oil catch pins and just start draining oil and cooling and all that fun, messy stuff. Don't let Chris see this.
You have that effect on all the ladies?
Oh, you were about to die.
I told you, dude. I wonder how I got across country 3 times on this thing. I can't believe it. It smells like froyo. How's horsepower gonna compare with electronic fuel injection compared to like dual side draft carbs?
It'll be similar because we would do the same engine build, but the drivability would be through the roof.
All right, nice.
Doing now is just getting anything off that'll get caught on something.
Now, if you could just relax, take a deep breath, be over in no time. There we go.
I need to get the back end off the ground just so I could rotate the drive shaft. I'm just gonna pop the headers off because they're long too. Just the less things you can smash into the core support or the firewall, the better.
What we've done is we've taken off the drive shaft
Now we're gonna take off that heat cover plate and try to get the headers out. We need to get Danny some ice cream. His blood sugar is looking a little low, his energy level. So we're gonna get him something to kind of expedite this building.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let's go hook Danny up. SpongeBob's for me, though. Pretty much took care of everything we need to take care of before putting the hoist around the motor, and this thing's ready to come out. So I'm super stoked and really excited to get this thing out and start the building process.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty common with builds like this, especially with a car of this age. You know, it's gone through many owners. There's a lot of good parts on this thing already, so we're looking like a solid base.
Check out the header of this thing now.
Dude, it's a legit 4-to-1. It's a really good one.
This thing is proper.
I thought the restoration was happening today. Tonight?
Yeah, wait.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get one more wave, and then we're gonna tear apart this engine and see what's inside. I got my intern here to help me out, Danny, to pull this thing apart, see what's inside, and kind of assess the situation and see what we're gonna do with this build. Just gonna be making sure the alternator spins okay while he's taking the hoses apart.
This is a 1.8 liter M10 motor. BMW produced these from the mid 60s all the way through mid 80s. We're gonna put a later fuel injected head on it, which will eliminate this mechanical fuel pump.
And we're gonna have this thing ready by May 25th and hopefully have it ready for Bimmerfest.
So much gunk. This engine could really use a gun out fuel treatment. That's decades. Look at that. Ugh.
Hey, quiet on the set. We're shooting a very popular show right now.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the water pump off, and then we're gonna take the timing cover off, and then we'll be able to pull this right.
He's absolutely right. The bolt strip, so we got a good old vice grips here, clamp down on it and, you know, get this bolt out of here.
Nipple clamps aren't working, so Danny's gonna go try to find some other things.
Ooh, it's actually a little better than I expected. Rockers look really good. On these cars, intake manifolds are very simple. A couple vacuum ports, carburetor, and that's really it. So we're gonna yank this thing off.
Oh, wow.
And got a bit of missing bits.
What's up with this piece? So this is supposed to be two different pieces right here, or no?
Yeah, this is the high-speed mod. Somebody probably tightened it too hard or tried to yank it off and it wasn't loose. That was definitely a vacuum leak.
We're finally ready to get to the nitty-gritty of what's inside of this thing. We're gonna slip the head off, see what's inside.
A little bit of a deposit, but overall pretty decent.
These valve reliefs are hilarious. It looks more like valve hitting.
Yeah, these
Look how light that one is.
Self-made.
Yeah, I mean, this thing's looking like it got dragged out of the bottom of the lake, though. Feel like it was rebuilt?
No.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully he does a better job this time than the last guy, huh?
All right, guys, phase 2, we've taken this thing apart. I've got to see firsthand what's inside for the first time ever. It's really cool to see all the moving parts, all the mechanics, have Danny here explain to me how all this stuff works. And we found some rat poop. We found some pretty cleaner than suspected parts.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we've also found a cracked intake manifold,
Yep.
which probably was affecting my engine performance.
We're gonna get this thing over to the machine shop, have them pressure test the head, make sure it's good, hone and deck the block, meaning, you know, freshen up the metal and balance the crankshaft, and we'll see where we go from there to see what they tell us. Hopefully it's in balance and everything like that.
You don't need that anymore.
They say you can hear the ocean if you put your head up to a long tube header.
I think the skimming thing is interesting. All right, so we're about to pull this intake manifold off. Oh, dude, let me redo this.
That tuna's pretty good. Hey, was the tuna good? Yeah, tuna's pretty good, huh? Can't complain. Got a good beer, got a good tuna sandwich, huh? What else could you ask for?
What's up, guys? This is Austin Keene. We got a hydrofoil. Basically simulates the feeling of flying the energy underwater. It's like flying a kite, but you're flying the wave energy. So it allows you to basically just hover above the water, lift you up, and catch wave to wave to wave, and just get super fun long rides. It makes the not so good conditions seem super fun. Waves are a little bit weak, but that's why we got the foil. Gotta work on the 2002 now. We're about that interior. It's gonna be a good day.
Always a necessity with the 2002.
All right, guys, this is, I guess, day 3 of working on the car.
Yeah.
We got a transmission right here in front of us, 5-speed from what, like a 320i or something?
Exactly, at E21 320i.
We're gonna keep this bad boy because it's in pretty good shape. But these are parts that we get to actually keep in the car.
Yeah, we're gonna refresh them, but we're gonna use a lot of this stuff just because they're desirable pieces.
But the main goal today is just to rip the guts out of this car, get it ready for bodywork, get it ready for paint, so that we can move on to
New interior.
new interior, get this thing looking fresh, and we can start building things back up.
Yeah.
Danny, are we gonna restore these headrests?
No, we're not.
Dude, these are perfectly fine.
I mean,
What's the big deal? Jeez. I can keep these for sure. All right, Danny, so what's the process? Usually people are taking apart these cars, and particularly 2002s.
so bigger things out first, front seats, back seats. I like to keep the carpet in as long as possible because when you're in there with no seat and there's no padding and you're kneeling down, you want a little bit of foam or something between your knees and the metal just to
smart,
save it.
yeah.
Go from there.
Yeah, are we gonna keep that back seat and restuff it, or are we just getting a brand new seat?
No, we're gonna restuff. We're gonna use the frame from that one and restuff it and get new fabric.
Cool. Danny really said we were gonna have the seats out at a timely manner, but I'm just not seeing that that's gonna happen. I'm just getting really frustrated because Danny put a 2-hour timeline on this project, and I just don't think the seats are gonna get out anytime soon. Looks like the seats are out, so we're gonna get back on and ripping out the interior. Can we just do no front seat and just a back seat? I could just be chilling like this, you know?
The Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Headliner's in really good shape. That'll clean up.
Nice. Danny's acting like he really knows a lot about these cars, but it's really starting to piss me off.
Badges.
Are we gonna keep these cobwebs?
Yeah, they're vintage.
Vintage cobwebs. Taco Mesa, Taco Mesa. You come here and eat tacos and have a good time.
Can I do the enchilada de Romanista?
We're out here in Costa Mesa, Newport Beach, and you can't go to Newport Beach in this part of Orange County without experiencing the authentic taste and flavors of Taco Mesa.
Danny, what are you looking for?
Everything.
Are you in the zone right now?
Get in the zone, auto zone.
Back from lunch. As you can see, this engine bay is pretty dirty. We're not gonna jump on this right yet, but before we work in here, we're gonna spray it down with some heavy duty degreaser so that when we come back to clean it, it already has its first layer of soap on it and already starting to break down.
Let me get a couple squirts of that, Danny.
Yes, sir. As you can see, Austin uses the two-hand method. I favor the one-hand method. Chris isn't in the shop, so we're gonna make a nice puddle of grease on the middle of the floor.
I mean, look, it's already oil, like grease is dripping from it. What Danny's doing is he's taking the back bolt off the back hinge of the glove box. So once we get that out, it'll be our last step that we can finally pull this dash gracefully and gently, keep it from cracking, pull the thing out, and then we can get on the carpet and back seat.
Austin,
Yes, sir.
I need help.
7 mil?
7 mil, my hero. It's hard to find good help these days. Here we are, getting the cluster out. So you have your tack here, which is digital in this thing, and your speedometer, which is mechanical, meaning that an actual physical cable from the transmission is spinning this little unit here, and that gives you your...
From the transmission?
Yeah.
So the transmission is actually what's telling you how fast?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is in 1975 they didn't use like GPS to tell you?
No, not yet. Okay. Well, at least not for the public.
There's your problem. The fan belt is tight, not tight enough.
Got some high-speed ventilation under the carpet here.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear.
Which we're replacing that anyway, the floorboards, right? That's
Yep.
easy to replace, right?
I mean, easy is subjective. Removing the windshield lock strip, which at one point was chrome.
Really?
Yeah. And these things essentially, you got a rubber seal and you press this lock strip in and it expands the seal, and that's what keeps your windshield in. Try and keep it intact just in case we can't get another one. These safe scrapers are perfect for something like this because they're not going to cut the rubber, because we're going to reuse this seal because they're expensive and this one's in good shape, and it won't scratch the glass.
So far we're trying to get dash out and it's really taken longer than I expected. Danny said it would take just a few minutes and it's been over an hour and a half. This just, to me, is unacceptable, and we need to get this windshield out a little quicker than the 45 to an hour and a half Danny said it's going to take. Taking too long, Danny. I told you, we need to get this project done as soon as possible. We have the Bimmerfest to get to, man.
Well, you got it out.
That was a little unreal, I'm not gonna lie. I got glass in my ear. Are we gonna reuse the windshield?
Yeah, we're definitely reusing this windshield.
You guys get a little squinter in the eye? Oh my God. Oh yeah. There we go. The dash is out. So now that I'm done smashing the windows, I put my safety glasses on. We're gonna take out the back seat.
This just comes up.
Yep.
And forward. Hello, halfway there.
Hey, an old Exile skimboard sticker. Oh God.
Man, there's a lot of sand in that.
Did you want to take this home? as a souvenir?
No. Pretty cool. Got almost a half century of a story in this car. Who knows what kind of stories this thing has.
All right, guys, as you can see, we are in the 2002. This thing is ripped apart. There's no seats, there's no carpets. Finally got the dash out. Next step is basically start patching up the body and put this thing back together.
We gotta go through the wiring harness, make sure it's all good. Right now we're kind of at the decision where we're gonna decide color for the body, color for the interior, exactly what sort of accessories we're gonna put in this thing, and yeah.
All right, well, thanks for joining us on this episode of Blackout, and we'll see you guys next time.
Oh, Swami!
May peace and everlasting happiness always forever be on your side.
Hey, this vacuum sucks!
That's a good one, man. I like that. It's so crisp you can almost put your hand through it. It's because we use that Rain-X windshield cleaner. Yeah. Buckle up, little Danny. I got glass in my hand. So what I did is I did most of the hard work and slid the seat back. Now we have Danny kind of blowing through the easy stuff, which is disassembling the seat.
Danny's trying to make me do stuff, and I really don't wanna. Like, he's starting to piss me off at this point.
And as you saw, we busted the windshield because it was gonna take too long otherwise. And I'm glad we did because that thing basically sharded apart. So you've heard Ryan Turk talk about how great gun mount multi-system tune-up is and how it can be used in a variety of engines. But I had to find out for myself. That's just how I am. Not only does it clean performance-robbing gummy deposits from my engines, but also stabilizes fuel and oil. So when I have to let my toys sit while I'm traveling the world, I know when I get back, they're gonna run like a beast. I use gun mount multi-system tune-up as part of my regular maintenance routine, and it should be part of yours too. Pick up a can or two today. Hey guys, what's the update? How's the car looking, huh? I bet it's looking real smooth. Danny, I heard it's not good, dude. What's the deal?
Got some pretty serious structural rust on this
Oh my gosh.
2002 of yours.
Give it to me straight, Doc. What do we got?
Well, this isn't even the bad part. This technically is repairable. Even though it's bad, you could see all the way through to the inside of the car. The really bad part is up on top
So what's
here.
the deal? I'm sure a lot of people are gonna be asking me, like, how bad can the rust be that we can't repair it? Like, how bad can this be?
Well,
That actually looks pretty bad.
that's all the way through. That goes all the way through to the inside of the car. I've actually never seen a hardtop car with rust like this.
Was that probably because I was driving so fast? Just my fast shifting skills was ripping.
Yeah, you were tearing
coating
the body off the car because of your speed.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? What's the plan? I mean, can we save the thing or be straight up with me?
The amount of work that it would take to save this and the amount of metal we would have to replace, we would need a donor car to cut a roof off and replace it. And the chances are the donor car is probably gonna be better than this. So at that point, it's almost better to just go with a different chassis and build that point, because you're gonna buy one to replace all this stuff anyway.
Dang.
Which is a shame, but.
So are we basically looking at an entirely different project, basically, or are we still revitalizing this project, just using a different body?
Exactly. We're gonna be using your engine and your stuff in a new body.
Okay.
They didn't fix the rust correctly. They should have cut the metal out and patched it while it was still a small hole. And what happened was water was in there and water kept getting in there. Water was probably coming up and just, you know, get wet and stay wet. You know, the Bondo absorbs water if it gets wet, so it kept rusting for, I don't know, however many decades this thing has been fixed like this, so it's a shame.
So the rust, this is basically the main rust spot right here?
For the lower part of the chassis, but the bad one.
And where's the structural part, like that you're saying that's like basically sketchy?
Well, see how this is where two seams come together?
Yeah.
That's where.
And that's like the frame of the car, basically?
Yeah, essentially, because this car is a unibody car, so the body's, what holds your door closed essentially has no foundation.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you look inside this wheel well.
Yeah.
So I went to go unbolt your subframe, and the whole stud just spun.
Oh my God.
So it was cracking up in here, which means your subframe could fall out of the bottom of your car, which is real exciting. I feel like this car might have been parked in a lake. Well, at least the passenger side.
Oh my gosh. So the project will go on.
Yes, sir.
We don't give up like that.
No way.
Hell yeah.
Do you know where we're going next?
We are going to the Disneyland of 2002s.
I love a good 2002. Dude, where's your blackout shirt, man? I told you need to be in uniform every episode. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem.
As Danny explained it, we were gonna like basically restore the thing. Turns out after working on it, pulling everything out, you know, pulling the engine out, he started digging into the rust. Turns out it just started getting eat away from the inside out. So now we're looking for a whole new chassis to keep this project moving. That black one's so sick too out back there. Now we know where all the O2s die and go to heaven, huh? Dude, this is insane. You kidding me?
This is like actually like kind of ideal.
Right here?
I mean, this is kind of where yours is, and it's a slick top like yours is.
Holy sh**.
Like it's a decent driver.
Sunroof and everything, this is pretty sick.
Yeah, you can get a car like one of those and spend, you know, 30 grand on there and not get this far. And then have a car you can drive in like a month versus like a 6-month project. Could be a builder.
Lots of options. I think he's got pretty much an option for any level of purchase that we're looking to make here. Oh wait, there's more. Some beautiful cars in here, man. It's crazy. What about like just a shell, like one of those shells that are already primered up?
Primered up means a bunch of body work and time and effort, so those would all be like 13, 15, you know, depending what's there.
The top of the door over there on that side looks pretty.
But I mean, the doors are easy though. Doors easy work.
I think she looks good. Looks like a good candidate. Danny said there's not a lot of rust to be taken care of. There's a little bit, but nothing out of the norm. Nothing that would really hold us back. She looks good.
Oh yeah, no, this car is solid.
Probably a little more rust-free than the other one.
Oh, totally is.
Becoming an expert of what to look for when it comes to rust in the 2002. So we got a lot of different options. We basically have a compound of BMWs and 2002s. This place is amazing. Thank you so much for showing us around, man. This is awesome. I think we're gonna kind of mull it over, as you said, think about our options. We have two 2002s that we're looking at. There's a 76 on a rack over there. It's got minimal rust. We also have a 75 that's buried deep in the depths of the 2002 graveyard. It's a great option for the project to continue. And since it's a 75, I think that's the way we're gonna go, is that red 75 back there. What do you think, Danny?
Seems like it. It's the right color, and we'll just figure out what we can do with everything else that goes with it.
Yep. Oh, it's been decided. This old bird is toast. That's why, check out a couple options to continue this project. It's not over yet. Stay tuned, because this project is about to get back on the road and in full force. Let's go, baby. Blackout 2.0. I'm running the stock Adidas Gazelles, so I can run like a gazelle if need be. You got that? See that? Did you see that? Well, it's funny because feel like I just breathed a bunch of that in, dude. Well.
Look at the action shot. Does that angle make me look fat?
In here.
All right, action. Yeah, you nailed that, dude.
Yeah?
Dude,
thank
nice
you,
job, dude.
thank you. That was sick. I was doing my best work on that one. We're out here at Volcom Skate Park. Haven't skated in like a year, but trying to dive right into the deep end. It's a pool, it's like a bowl. Yeah, that's the joke. I'm gonna try to get my noodle legs to disappear and go for a couple of My balls are still in my throat from the air.
It's on the Gum Out channel.
What?
The Gum Out channel.
Gum?
G-M-O-U-T.
Yeah.
Gum Out.
One subscriber at a time.
Austin Keen 2002, welcome to Blackout. I just got a text that the car arrived at the shop, so we're gonna go check it out, compare it to the old one, and get this project back on the road.
What do you think, Delonius?
Looks great. Can't wait. Wait, you paid for that thing? Damn, I figured somebody gave you a couple bucks for it.
What would you pay for this car?
100.
100?
That's about $100 more than I'd pay for it. What's up, dog? What's the deal?
What do you got in the earbuds?
Ghetto rap music.
Oh, rap. Right.
Ghetto rap music. We're getting there, dude. I just got the wastegate tubes almost done. I got them pretty matched up, even how I like them, and then I closed the hood and traced them so I know where to cut. I decided that these are gonna go away. These are the old hood tethers. I don't think we need those anymore, and they're kind of in the way, so making some good progress, feeling good about it. I'm excited to be working on this thing. It's cool. I like 2Js. Ooh, much better. Now look at that, nice little hole for the wastegates. Probably just end up going a little bit big with it and then make like a sweet little plate to go over the top of it. That's kind of what I think is gonna end up happening.
Heck yeah. This thing on in here? How do you open this? Have you opened this at all?
Yeah, I was opened at the shop, I forget. I think I almost cut my finger off.
What kind of shocks? Do you think it's just stock shocks on this thing right now?
Probably, yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Blackout 2.0. Here is the update on the Austin Keen 2002. You might be wondering why we have a black hood. That's because we got an entire new car at Coupe Kings. If you tuned in on the last episode, you would know that. Probably a little more rust-free than the other one.
Oh, totally is.
Becoming an expert of what to look for when it comes to rust in a 2002. My car, it's rusted out. It can't be saved, but now I'm happy because we have original color 74 Verona, hasn't been registered since 1997, completely rust-free. This is probably the most solid car we could ask for to continue the Austin Keen 2002 build.
Yeah, totally. Despite, you know, the looks of the paint or everything, this is a very solid car for its age. Like you said, we're gonna patch up some of the little holes, clean up the belt trim, and get this thing prepped and ready for paint, you know?
He was underselling it because I think he forgot that we already purchased the car, but when we were at Coupe Kings, he didn't want to let Eric, right?
Don't put any of this on there.
No, how excited we were to pick this thing up. Hey, all sales are final, buddy. We got this 74 Verona. Thank you so much for showing us around at your shop. That was amazing.
Now this car is in really good shape. It's gonna be exciting to get it apart. I'm excited to get the carpet up, but little details like you can see how you have the door open right there, just the hardware inside the door that mounts all the mechanisms for the windows and stuff, how there's not even oxidization of water on there.
Still using my engine.
Yeah.
That's being rebuilt, and transmission too. We're gonna use that same 5-speed transmission. I'm super stoked. A little icing on the cake is this thing already has an AC unit.
Yeah, it has the factory air conditioning compressor, dryer, all that system.
Compared to your car, this car is virtually rust-free. I mean, it's as close to a rust-free car as you could get.
So the Austin Keene 2002 build will continue with black out, black magic, gum out. Super stoked, man. All right, so let's talk timeline. We originally wanted the Austin Keene 2002 build to be done by June at the latest, but that happened. As you can see, Danny intimately scraping out rust out of my 2002 makes me a little uncomfortable. Thankfully, Coupe Kings came through for us big time, and now we have the 74 Red Verona that we're hoping to be fully complete by late July. I have a really good feeling about this car. I'm insanely stoked.
I want to see this thing on the road before summer's over.
Oh, it will be.
I want to see this thing at SoCal Vintage.
SoCal Vintage coming for you, baby.
Yep.
And Legends of the Autobahn. That's my dream right there. So let's hit that thing for sure.
There we go.
Kind of weird having a camera on me when there's all these guys shredding it up.
A lot of piles of here.
Tripod red rockets. My roommates were asking me the other day, they're like, hey, when are you guys doing that 25K episode? I'm like, I have absolutely no idea.
I think we may do it the week before Seattle.
Week before Seattle?
That's what we're talking about.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, you guys ready?
No.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Blackout 2.0. Slide on the set!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey, the deviled egg guy is back.
We are here to conquer your deviled eggs. Oh, that was stupid. Don't add that in the video.
This is Dad Cam, dude. I've never done this before. That's Berto, that's RD, that's Dayton. I'm D-Long.
Wait, there's another TJ here for the next one?
Yeah, that's for my car.
Nice.
It's just, you know, millennial stuff, not a big deal.
Yeah.
This is Austin Keene. I'm with Danny. Welcome to Blackout.
Don't let Chris see this.
Relax, take a deep breath. My car, it's rusted out. It can't be saved.
Water was probably coming up and just, you know, get wet and stay wet.
Wait, you paid for that thing? Damn, I figured somebody gave you a couple bucks for it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Blackout 2.0. Here is the update on the Austin Keene 2002. We got an entire new car. We're gonna patch up some of the safety regulations that were 74 and above and take this thing to paint.
All right, well, we just about wrapped up everything we're gonna be doing here at our shop. Took care of filling some holes on the body. For this project, we utilized Evercoat's Optics body filler. It's a very good product. It's new on the market, won a bunch of awards at SEMA, and after using it, I could tell why. It has a cool feature where it changes colors so you know it's dry. It has great coverage, and once it sands, the dust that comes off of it clumps together well enough that cleanup is easy and doesn't get everywhere. Dirk, you wanna take a hand at body work?
I'm not good at it. Inevitably, what happens when you drive cars to the limit?
As anybody would know, with a car this old, there's no such thing as a rust-free car, but it's really funny because the parts that were rusty on the chassis that we're gonna use were good on the bad chassis, and we were able to literally transplant parts off this car onto the new one. So this new car will have the original fenders, the original nose, and part of the floor panel from Austin's original car.
Story is super important. Looking like Danny did some good prep work. Hell yeah.
Nice guns, dude.
Hey, yeah.
All right, let us know how that stuff works.
Oh yeah, man. I've used Evercoat before many times. It's perfect. Sands perfectly.
Just rolled her into the shop. David's gonna be working on it. Get her painted up, inside and out, looking fresh. We're gonna have a baller paint job on this thing. I'm excited. It's It's gonna be awesome. Doctor's here.
Doctor's looking over.
What's up, Doc?
Nice, not too bad.
Oh, not too bad.
Not too bad.
Jake.
Could be worse. At least it's stripped.
Yeah. Hey, see, I did something.
Hey. There you go. Oh, you did it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So we'll pick it up later today?
Yeah.
Okay.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
We could do the Mako job if you guys want. Same day paint, $5.99. You know.
Crazy. Yeah, man. I mean, the anticipation was kind of killing us. Just wait to hear back from Dave, see if he's going to be excited or scared. Thankfully, we rolled this thing in. He came and looked at it, and he was very pleasantly surprised that it was all disassembled very nicely. I can't even believe it. I don't even like to think about it too much because I just get too excited.
So pretty much, we started with the hardest part, which is the engine bay. There was so much grease and just peeling paint and dirt, everything. So we sanded all that down, cleaned it up, sprayed some primer. Next, obviously, did the body. We blocked the entire car with this bad boy right here. Just went to town and block after block after block, found all the high spots, low spots, smoothed that out. We're actually gonna be shooting it, it's OEM color Verona Red as well. We'll wait maybe a couple days for the paint to really cure up and dry, and then from there we'll do a nice cut and buff. And then from there we should have a nice mirror finish.
First morning back, nice little skim session, break off that plane travel rust. So we're gonna pick up the brand new motor that was rebuilt. Stoked, because this thing's gonna be insane. Kennan's saying end of September deadline, which would be amazing. So let's go pick up that beautifully rebuilt engine. Dude, we are in Azusa in the desert of California, here to go pick up the motor from Steve's Import Auto Center. I'm super excited. Hey! Dude, that is insane. It's so crazy to see this thing like all cleaned up, like resurfaced, I guess.
We bring up the compression ratio on this. We're bringing more output. This is running right under the 10.0 mark, which is like the sweet spot for the side drafts you're going to run.
Yep.
We get those done custom distance through CP, which work great. We have heavy duty rock arms that come from the guys over in Ireland. Lockouts. We have a custom 290 cam that we have ground for this particular application that works just great with side drafts.
I read a lot about the camshaft.
Yeah, that's an important part of what you're doing.
So is this like a lightened flywheel?
This will be a lightened flywheel. And then we also have a lightened and knife edge crankshaft in your motor. Between the two, you're probably down 8 or 9 pounds over what it was from the factory. And we have a run of crankshafts we've been working on.
That's a big drop in weight, right?
It is.
I just asked him to explain it for you guys. I already know what's going on.
Oh yeah, we've been covering this. We've been Instagram back and forth the whole time. So.
Yeah, hook everybody else up too.
Hey, it's been really fun being a part of the project.
All right.
I can say you worked on it.
Hey, I did something. I pretty much built it. Well, we have the engine from Steve's Motor Shop, hoisted up, and then we're gonna store it somewhere. All right, dude, let's see this thing. I'm excited. Oh, what? Look at that. Creamy, dude, oh my goodness. Holy moly, man. Look at that paint. Looks like candy. Are we putting that on right now?
I mean, you can at least just see what it looks like.
See what it looks like, right? Wow. I love that. I love the hood of these cars, man. It's the best part. Dave at 2M killed it on this paint job, man. It's like a mirror. Oh, sick, dude. Get the stickers for that?
Yeah.
That would be sick. That looks good right there.
All right, guys, so we just got back from Steve's Import Auto Center. We got the engine back. It's rebuilt. It's looking better than it ever has. I can't believe how it looks, actually. I'm super stoked. We got rear seats being reupholstered. We got the carpet kit. We got Recaros on their way. We got wheels. I got a steering wheel. I got my favorite part of the whole thing, the dual side draft Weber carbs. This thing is gonna sound amazing. It's gonna be insane. I can't wait to drive it. And we're gonna be firing this bad boy up in no time. And we're gonna get started tomorrow, putting everything together. Everything's here. All we gotta do is put it together. So I can't wait. Stay tuned. Subscribe, comment, share with your friends. Click the link in the bio. Swipe up. Whoa. That was the weakest blackout week.
Hi, welcome to Blackout after 5 hours of traffic.
That's still weak.
Man, the first deposit. Japan, Hong Kong.
Oh, is that what that is? You know what I'm gonna ask you?
Something stupid. Had this shirt packed for
Just for this?
3 days. I thought ahead of time just for this moment right now. Get it.
That's not bad, dude. You held that for a while. What was that?
We got Permatech Ultra Black gasket maker right here. We got Permatech's high strength thread lock. And then that's we just use the best over here. Best ingredients to make this thing work at its highest performance.
Perfect. Special props to the Data Lanch for killing it on the way down here, saving the day. And the Chris Forsberg trailer, of course.
My favorite part is when the hammer hits the end of my thumb. I love it. Oh! Oh! The whole arm hurts! Oh! Oh my God!
Who do you think you are, Ryan Turk?
That's right, man.
Yeah, have a belt buckle, dude.
So we're getting to the best part of the build. We've got our car back from paint. We've got our interior back from the interior shop. We've got everything pieced together, giving us an idea of what this car is going to look like when it's complete and giving us a little bit of that final motivation to get it done. See, the carpet's in here. We still have to get our fresh sound deadening under here. We've got to cut a few rust holes out, get the glass in, sealed up real nice, and this car will be quiet and smooth going down the road. This project, we're going to utilize Evercoat's Q pads. They are very similar to the factory sound deadening used in BMWs and a lot of other European cars. Very simple product to use. You cut the shape you need, peel the adhesive back, lay it down, and if you're going over a weird place like a trans tunnel or anything, use a heat gun. It'll mold right to the shape that you need.
We're taking off what this is called the crocodile layer. Looks like crocodile skin, so we're gonna repurpose this, and that's what the interior seats are gonna be. Pure crocodile. Can I just throw this on the ground or what?
Getting ready for powder coat, make it pretty. Reinforced it, put it back in. Hopefully by the end of the week, we got all the bits on the way, so it's all up to the powder coat guy now.
This back, or I guess the front seat, this is the area I'm working on right now, and this part right here, that came up pretty nice. It's a lot more dry though. Now I'm over here, and this is a lot more like doughy and a little bit more like tar-like. The top layer of it's coming up pretty nice, but then you got like this bottom layer that's like almost crystallized. It's like crystallized tar, so that's a little bit more difficult to get, but you know, another 2.5 weeks, I think I'll be onto the back seat.
So we dropped the front and rear subframe, started to break them down, getting parts ready for powder coat so that you could get fresh bushings pressed in, steering box rebuilt, differential rebuilt, all that stuff. What'd you get done inside?
Here we had to basically rip up all the old sound deadening coating on the floorboards. And we went with our resources of what we had here at the shop, and we went a little combination between chisel and hammer and flame torch. And so far we got a pretty good amount. Clean it up and get it ready to put the new sound deadening coating on the floorboards, and then we can get this interior knocked out, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there you go.
Get some, Richards! And I'm proud to be an American.
Just be like, hey man, those things do burnouts.
I bet your plane doesn't bake tire, dog.
Weak. Oh, dude, my sweet new truck here. This is coming out soon. You guys will be seeing them. I did a custom headlight conversion. They're from like a GS300. Got the engine sticking out the hood because that's cool.
When's this thing gonna be done?
Never.
Talk to us.
Need like $15,000. It'll be done.
Not happening.
Yeah, well. Really coming to something.
I like it.
Nice. New kidney grill.
Yeah, Ken Reebok, I'm trying to get sponsored.
Just gonna clean those up.
Looks good, dude. Stoked. It's awesome, dude. Yeah. Freaking looks so sick.
So this one's all pressed in.
Yeah. I used a precision press. Precision only.
Persuader.
Persuader, that's how I persuaded that fender to fit too.
Hey, thanks man for this gum out parts cleaner and degreaser. It's gonna work great for my pedal box project. My O2 shirt's getting dirty today. Sure does the trick. Smells great. Just falls right off the bone. Look at this. It's been kind of a pretty busy month of skimboard contests. We had Oktoberfest right after the Vic contest, and ended up making it all the way to finals. Got through like 5 rounds of man-on-man heats, and not placing second. It was fun. And I look forward to this time of year every year because it's the best time of year for weather, for waves. It's like I look forward to it. I get almost all my best skim clips in September and October. So I try not to travel too much this time of year, and I try to stay at home and just get the skim. We got pretty much all the parts we need to put this bad boy together. Danny's been working hard. The brake boosters in, right?
Yeah.
And
brake booster, steering shafts back in, wiper setups back in, getting the doors assembled.
Assembling the subframe right now.
Exactly, got all the subframe bushings and all that stuff in today, so gonna have those put together and ready to get in the car early next week. You know, install the motor into the subframe and then install the subframe into the chassis itself. Yeah, we got a whole pile of parts here for all the fun.
Time to put her together and get the engine in.
I want to get the engine in, I want to get this thing fired, and I want to rip it down PCH.
Yeah.
That's here.
We have a block out build that's gonna be totally sweet.
Dude, I am so excited to see how this car drives with these. Dual 45 carbs.
This thing's gonna have to be wide open throttle. It's gonna have so much fuel and air coming through those, it's not gonna work at low RPM. It's just gotta be floor, pedal to metal only.
Perfect.
We're over here assembling subframes. Got our rears done with this nicely powder coated rear subframe, rear trailing arms. Got new wheel bearings in here. Gonna slam this into the car once we get the diff mounted up to it. Back end is gonna be on the ground very soon.
So we just got the new wheels and tires for the BMW. I'm super stoked of how it turned out, and I want to keep them looking fresh and new right now. So I'm going to be using Black Magic tire protectant with UV guard. There's no sling, there's no greasy residue. It's just all around good protection for my tires, and these things are going to be looking brand new for as long as I have them. What you doing, Danny?
Cleanup work still. That's a new strut.
Yep.
Bearing in here. New bearing in an old hub. That's what you don't want.
A play right there?
Yeah. No play is here.
So the only reason I know about this assembly right here is because a long time ago I was at Waffle House eating food at like 1 in the morning with friends. I forgot my money or my credit card, so I was gonna drive home to go get it. The crown nut basically jiggled loose. My entire wheel came off my car at like 1 in the morning. The back end just goes, this whole part just starts grinding. I look in my rearview mirror not knowing what's going on, and there's sparks and flames flying everywhere. I try to push the brakes. My brakes basically, all our brake fluid goes out of the car. And so I literally opened my door. I was like, dude, this thing's about to blow up on me. And I was gonna jump out of the car, and then it finally came to a slow halt. That's how I learned about the cotter pin. And they still looking for me at that Waffle House.
Here, move that real quick. Want me to move it?
Yeah.
What is this piece? Inhale up to the sky, take a deep breath in, hamstring stretching, full bend in your lower lungs. Tire yoga, baby.
Obviously, the engine going in the car is gonna weigh down the front a lot, so.
That's a hybrid.
All right.
It's a car.
It's a car, almost.
You should just cut the roof off and make it a buggy.
All right, so we got this thing on the ground. We're sitting in the back seat, and as you can see, we're one step closer to getting this thing on PCH, California cruising. Danny, what else do we need to do? Suspension's all put together. We're waiting on brakes.
Yeah, we're waiting on our brake kit from Will Wood.
We're sitting in a halfway done interior. We got the back seat is in. We got the side panels in here, as you can see. We got to put the dash in, steering wheel, carpet kit, center console, couple little, door handles, all that little tiny stuff. Headliner's gonna go in soon. Windshield, back glass. So a couple little minor things, but so far we are one step closer. Having this thing on the ground, having it driving.
Yep.
I can't wait to hear those carburetors.
Dude, this car's gonna sound awesome. It's gonna run great. It's gonna look cool.
So make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment below, click the link below, follow us on Instagram at Black Magic Shine, at Gumout, at Unguero, at AustinKeen2002. And yeah, I got your Instagram handle memorized. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, look how he's blushing. I made him blush. That's the best. So tune in. Next episode, we might have some motor sounds for you. Super excited.
No. Hey, wake up.
No. Union brake. Oh yeah. Sorry, I gotta go.
I'm done.
My Union 15. I think.
Yeah, I thought we're not supposed to be rolling right now. This is what I'm learning, actually.
You're in luck.
Man, I should get sponsored by these guys.
You should.
Because we really could use a lot of those. Must be like, I'm gonna guess like some type of like...
Asbestos?
Yeah. Whatever it is. I've gone through a change since the last episode, guys. New car, new me.
So here we are at the Blackout Garage.
This is gonna be on the Jumbotron at Miley Cyrus's birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up with that?
What?
Somebody with Reeboks. Who's that?
Oh, was it me?
Yeah, clearly. Let's see the bottom.
Yeah, let's see the
Oh no, then it was me.
No!
Like and subscribe, comment, share with your friends. Click the link in the description.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, right here. The taillight lens on. We already got the assembly all put together here, cleaned up, gaskets cleaned up, new lenses, brand new freshies. Hey, it's hip to be square. Don't give up. Never give up, guys. Just ate like 400 times before I got on. What's up guys, we're at Tig Productions. Let's go see how Jeff's doing on the BMW. Here it is. Oh wow, wow! This thing's amazing. Actually it really is. Look how beautiful this grill is. Holy moly, 3 days away and the Austin Keene 2002 is gonna be complete. We're down to the wire. I've already flown out my mom, my two best friends who I drove this thing across country with. Saturday, 2 p.m., Project Social. This is gonna be amazing. I can't tell you guys how insanely excited I am. The entire year, all the ups, all the downs, we finally got it down. We got a few more things we're working on, but we only got 3 more days. So we gotta get cranking. We'll see you guys on Saturday. So when they sent me the photo of this, I'll tell you what, there's nothing better than a front end of a 2002. And we have a beautifully brand new chromed kidney grille. The bumper kit that came in is absolutely beautiful. We had to do some modifications. Jeff really made that thing fit perfectly. Engine bay is looking nice and clean and open. Just some last little hosing arrangements that we're making right now. Interior is pretty much you know, ready to be put in. Like everything's done, seats bolt right in, radio goes in, steering wheel looks great. I can't tell you guys how absolutely stoked I am how this car is turning out because it looks perfect, absolutely perfect. There's nothing else I'd rather want.